Hello and welcome. In this video, we will learn about arrow functions. Okay. In the previous video, we have learned how to create functions, how to call them and how to use them. Okay. So in this video, we'll learn about arrow functions. So now I will write a normal function. All right. So I'll say function and greet, and here I'll say console.log, and I'll say good morning. Okay. And now when I call this, I get good morning as result. Okay. Now this is a normal function. We have learned how to write a function like this in the previous video. Let me write the same function using arrow function. Alright. So I'll comment it out here. I'll say, and I'll say this. Okay. Now arrow function starts with parenthesis. Alright, parenthesis, and you know how an arrow looks like, correct? So it looks like this. So this is what we use for arrow function. And then what we write here is what the body of the function should be having. Okay. So basically we should have this. Okay. We should have this here. So this means function, this means arrow function, and here to the right of the arrow we need to have whatever we want to execute inside the function. Okay. So I want to execute this inside the function, and so I have written this. Okay. So now I'll say greet. Okay, greet, and when I run it I get an error. Now this is because I have not written anything before the parenthesis. I have not stored this anywhere. I have not named this, correct? And so when you say greet, it doesn't understand what to do. So that is why we need to store this as a variable. Okay. So I'll say const, and I'll say greet. Okay. I'll say greet, and I'll say is equal to. So basically we are saving this. Okay. We are saving this as a variable. Okay. As a variable, and the name of the variable is greet. Right, greet. So now when I run this, I get good morning as result. Okay, good morning as result. Now I can pass arguments too. So I'll say Ravi, and here name, and here you know how to do it, correct? So name. Alright, so name. So now when you run it, you get an error. That is because I do not have ticks here, correct? Ticks. So I'll run it and I get good morning Ravi. Okay. So this is an arrow function. So let me delete this. So here you can see this can be replaced by this. Alright, so you can see we do not use any function here, name function here. We just have one single line. Instead of having these two lines, we have one single line. And this looks better, correct? This looks better than this. Alright, yes. Now we can pass multiple arguments. So let me write a program for that. So yeah, so let me delete this so as to avoid confusion. So here I'll say add numbers. Okay, add numbers, const add numbers is equal to, and inside bracket I'll have a and b because I'll be passing two arguments, and then I'll say is equal to and the symbol to denote arrow, and I'll say console.log a plus b, right? A plus b. And next here I'll say add numbers 4, 5. So basically I'm passing 4 and 5 to this. So wherever we have 4 and 5, it will be instead of A and B. So let me run this to get 9 as a result. Okay. So let me quickly write the code function add numbers A comma B, all right, log A plus B, all right, A plus B. So this is normal function, this is normal function, and this is arrow function. Okay, this is arrow function, and this can be replaced by this. All right. Next, you can have multiple lines inside the function too. All right. So here I just had one single line. So you can have multiple lines, and also you can return values too, just like we do in normal functions. All right. So let us write a program for that. So let me delete this. So you know that arrow functions start with parenthesis and then is equal to and an arrow. Okay. And whatever you want to be executed inside a function must be enclosed within curly braces. All right. Must be enclosed within curly braces. So here I'll say if, all right, if marks is greater than or equal to 40, okay, 40, I'll return, okay, I'll return pass, all right, I'll return pass. Else I'll return, okay, I'll return fail. Okay, so I'll return fail. Now this is done. So I will use is pass and 40. Okay, I want to pass 40 to this, but then here we have not used anything. So here I'll say marks. Okay, because we are checking marks, correct? So I'll pass marks into this, and now we have not stored this anywhere. So let me do that first. Const is pass and let me say is equal to, okay, const is pass is equal to marks. I'm passing marks and then the body. Okay, so here I'm passing 40 is pass 40, and you know that we have to have something to take the result. So I'll say let result is equal to is pass, and in the next line I'll say console dot log result. Okay, I'll hit run to get the result as pass. Okay, pass. So I'll change the value here. I'll change the value here 18 or 10, and now when I run it I get fail. Okay, basically it is checking whether marks is greater than or equal to 40. If yes, then it sends pass outside, and that pass is stored in this variable and it is printed out. If it is fail, fail is sent to this, and so it is stored in the result and it is printed out. Okay, so in this way we can use arrow function to have many lines or number of lines and return the value. All right, yes. So go ahead and practice what we have learned in this video. This is enough for this video. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, take care and thank you for watching.